playlist. Car is here. Let's not be too picky, driver.
My son has actually started go-karting right now.
So, how do you like that modded BMW? Can you feel the difference? It has all the signature Liberty Works upgrades. A perfect way to set the mood.
We will go to a race this weekend, his second race. It's definitely full circle. He's driving Kevin's old go-kart, so it's a bit too old. I should get him a new one if we want to be more
all about the
competitive.
material if he wants to perform or winning.
Yeah.
Now, Kevin, your father's 2003 Zara holds a lot of importance to you both. This is once how you described it, I found this. You said it was a classic because it was such a strong red. When we were growing up, it was the atmosphere of our childhood. That car is rally for us, and the dream car in every aspect. It's perfect in its ratio for its wheels, it's perfect for its body kit. What else can you tell us about Kenneth's car and the memories that this Citroen Zara brings with it?
Well, I think it's when he introduced that in literally the year I was born in '98, that was everything I remembered when I was growing up. And I even remember being like, I think I was 5 years old. I was lying on the floor in the tent and having a screwdriver, poking the wheel.
Good news, that car isn't going anywhere. You're taking it again for the next ride. And it's a long one. Plenty of time for you to get acquainted with a true Liberty Walk vehicle.
My real childhood memories of that car, and his biggest success was in the Citroen Xara. And obviously during the time growing up as well, Seb Loeb is my other hero, that I've been lucky enough to be teammates with, and you can call a friend today. He raced that and was super successful. It was just like I said in that quote, it is the perfect car. We've studied it, people have studied it. It's the perfect length, the wheelbase, the width is great, and the height of it in general is quite low. I think it looks super sporty and cool. So it's like, that's just for me is what I would love one day to jump in, race, and experience what my dad experienced when I was walking on the tracks around Europe, dreaming to be like him one day, winning European Championship.
Timmy, I'm going to throw it back to you right now. We're going to start talking about your Rallycross car. We're going to start talking about the Peugeot again. What do you think that your vehicle says about your personality? Because I always find that the kind of car that somebody drives definitely has a connection to who they are. Do you think that you're a match?
I think, yeah, because now we can choose. Obviously, I've been designing and developing the Peugeot since the very start. So, setup-wise and technically, it's got my driving style all over it. But also lately, choosing to go electric. I think I love technology, I love science, I love physics. Also, it's sustainable, right? So it's good for the environment, which is also important for us. And yeah, it definitely shows who we are in a very good way.
100%. I mean, one of the really cool things was actually, I remember when I first...
One more run with these wheels. Try to do it justice. It might end up as the reward for this playlist. reminds me of the cars from my custom magazines. The kind of style that leaves a mark on a kid. In the 90s, only a few tuners like Kato were customizing European and American cars like that. Aggressive and radical. Liberty Walk has 3 pillars with 3 distinct styles. Here we're going through the works part, Kato's original touch. Classic Japanese craft based on wide fenders, applied to the most beautiful exotic vehicles. The other pillars are nation and performance, but let's leave them for later. Style update on your BMW. Let's see. Boosted turbo, tougher chassis, more powerful brakes, and wider tires. Yeah, these guys are good. Be shy now. Set it free.
Time.
Got a better idea what Kato can do now?
The podcast is back on. Our guest still has plenty of things to say. I mean, One of the really cool things was actually, I remember when I first saw your names, Timmy and Kevin, was when I first watched Nitrocross, and it was one of the very first events at Salt Lake City. I think it was it Timmy? You took that event, and then it was Kevin the next time?
Yeah, 2018 I won, and 2019 Kevin won.
You're watching these guys
Last event of the first Liberty Pillar.
jump in these rallycross cars. Was it 50 meters, I think the jump was?
Yeah, it was absolutely massive. And those kind of jumps had never been done before. So this was like the brainchild of Travis Pastrana coming up with like, let's make kind of motocross inspired tracks, but we drive these rallycross cars on them. And we got there, we saw the jump having been built. So to explain it, they built a big tabletop jump. Then they built an even bigger gap jump to jump over the tabletop. And on top of that, because two jumps on top of each other is not enough, they also dug a tunnel underneath. So it was 3 layers of cars crossing over each other there. But during practice, it was like some people had some scary moments, and
You're switching rides this time. We've got a modded Nissan GTR for you.
I jumped too far.
Ready to go? Yep. We're going full Japan on this next event. I'll let Tochi take over now. He's not the chatty type, but when it comes to customs, you know, passion awakes.
One time, landed on the nose, broke everything we had in the front, and we had just traveled over there
Always at your disposal.
to the US with a container, so we just had so many spare parts, and basically I couldn't
All right, let's move to the next objective.
not do one more of those jumps. So I decided like maybe it's safer to go the small jump route, not to risk it. But Travis had an incredible speech with us before the start of the event, because people wanted to take it out. Like, it's too dangerous, so we can't drive there. But
Last event of the first Liberty Pillar.
Travis, being the guy that he is, called all of the drivers into his motorhome, nobody else, shut the doors, and he gave like one of these movie speeches, American movie speeches about how we got to do this. And the punchline was, we want to be able to tell our kids one day that we were racing when men were men. So let's go out there, let's do it right now. They're probably going to ban it next year, but let's race out there, let's have fun. It's a lot of fear, like going essentially off a cliff. And if you don't carry enough speed, that will be the end, right? But Travis taught me how to jump, so I was taking off in 3rd gear, and I was flooring it in the air. I shifted to 4th gear in the air, get a bit of extra wheel spin in the air to keep the nose up, and then I could land flat. It ended with a massive battle with me and Ekstrom in the final, but I managed to take him down, cross the line first. Yeah, I was so happy. It was a great event.
Unbelievable. Now, guys, when we're talking about you guys, the championship, the sport is always moving forward. Like, how are you refining your cars to keep up with the demands of rallycross?
Everything is very fine-tuned now. It's almost gotten too far. Like the cars are almost too good for the tracks that we're racing at right now. So you imagine rallycross tracks being half tarmac, half gravel. In the 80s or the 90s, it was like an impossible puzzle to solve, because you could only have a car that was good on one surface or the other. And it made, you know, these weaknesses of different drivers. You could choose to be fast on the dirt or the tarmac. But today, we have like such good technologies so that we don't have to choose anymore. We can nail both surfaces and as well as the jump.
I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Extreme E-cars, because they are absolutely crazy to look at. They look like something out of a sci-fi movie. But what are they like to drive? I've always been interested to know that.
It's actually, when we first tried that car, we were both the first drivers to test it back in 2019.
You're switching rides this time. We've got a modded Nissan GTR for you. Ready to go? Yep. We're going full Japan on this next event. I'll let Tochi take over now. He's not the chatty type, but when it comes to customs, you know, passion awakes.
And we went to actually a rallycross track. It was back in the days when we didn't really know the format. So went to a rallycross track, we both got to try it, it was feeling great. And then a few years later we went to the first race, and obviously then, you know, we had much more Dakar-like stages, almost like a rallycross circuit, but a lot longer, so it's 7 kilometers, and it's obviously like in Dakar nature with sand dunes or rocks or whatever you can imagine. So these cars have to battle a lot. So when we tested it in 19 on the nice, smooth, flat surface, it was all beautiful and happy. But when you get out in the real terrain of off-road driving and race